investment trust fund or to a certificate of deposit yielding 4 or 5% higher than what you would normally earn under a savings deposit. Is that more or less an accurate
Yes,
story?
in terms of concept, Your Honor, but just to be clear about it, we do not offer UITF funds.
What do you offer?
Best time deposits.
You're a thrift bank, so you're not allowed to offer UITF funds.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You offer CDs?
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
Time deposits?
Time deposits,
All
sir.
right. So, kaya ho, kulang ho yung information na sinulat po sa subpoena sapagkat the shifting of funds could have been done before December 31st, and yet, under the law, that would be assets owned by the depositor. Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Senate President, I hereby move that any and all accounts, time deposits, certificate of deposits, and any such financial instruments offered by the Philippine Savings Bank be hereby subpoenaed because it belongs to that category of deposits in the bank that this court was trying to find information on. I so move, Mr. President.
In connection with what accounts?
If you want to be more limited, in connection with the 10 accounts, monies that were taken out of the 10 accounts and merely shifted to another type of deposit, also with Philippine Savings Bank or PS Bank.
So that issued subpoena.
If Your Honor, please, may we ask even for 1 or 2 minutes, Your Honor?
Proceed, counsel for the defense.
Now, with the kind indulgence of this honorable court, we want at least to be educated and be informed more accurately, Your Honor, in connection with the scope of paragraph 17 of the rules of the Senate Impeachment Court, Your Honor, which is, if a senator wishes to put a question to a witness, he shall do so within 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes. A senator may likewise put a question to a prosecutor or counsel. He or she may also offer a motion or order in writing which shall be submitted to the presiding officer. My question, Your Honor, is, does this allow cross-examination by a member of this court, Your Honor, or merely clarificatory questions, so that we'll be guided accordingly, Your Honor? Because we have noticed that practically the question borders on cross-examination.
The practice in this court that I can remember, whether it was the impeachment of a president or in this case, the chair could not control the manner by which any member of this Senate sitting as an impeachment court, how they will frame their questions.
So the question, Your Honor, is that it may be in any form. It may be for clarification, or it may be cross-examination, Your Honor.
It could test the credibility of the sitting witness.
I see. Thank you, Your Honor.
The gentleman from Taguig.
Sir President, first I'd like to address the defense counsel. Justice Cuevas, don't worry. When it's your turn, you will appreciate the questions of the senator judges.
Thank you, thank you. But I'll never be a senator because I cannot even be a barangay captain.
You never know po. But you will appreciate our questions at the right time, Hop, because we will get to the bottom of all of this and we'll find the truth.
Thank you.
Mr. Witness, after 2 days po kayo dito, I still believe you're in good faith and I'm trying to understand completely where you're coming from, no? Protecting the banking industry, protecting your employees, and protecting your depositors, no? And I hope through these questions, you'll also come to understand the position of this court. Unang-una po, nung nakuha nyo yung subpoena, pinaliwanag din ho ba sa inyo yung basis o yung resolution na nilabas namin na pinapayagan yung subpoena na to?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pinaliwanag ho ba sa inyo yung interpretasyon namin ng mga batas, kasama po yung sa salvation case?
Yes, Your Honor.
So ang pinaliwanag po sa inyo, ano pong pagkapaliwanag sa inyo?
with respect to the
Di
salvation
ba,
case?
1405, we're all very clear na pag impeachment cases, pwede kayo mag-testify on peso accounts. So wala sino man sa depositors nyo nga angal doon dahil alam nila yun ang batas.
Alam ho nila yun ang batas if it is so ordered by an impeachment court. And that's why in the case, we have to be very, very careful that we only provide information that is ordered by the court and nothing else. And the order of the court in our particular case was the subpoena, Your Honor.
Okay po, we'll go to that later. But sa 6426, sa dollar accounts, ang interpretasyon po ninyo, there are no exceptions except pag may pirma po yung depositor. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
But in our resolution, we said that there is the salvation case. Was this explained to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Paano po ang pagkaintindi o pagkapaliwanag sa inyo?
The salvation case, Your Honor, is a case of garnishment. The account holder was a foreigner whose name I could not recall. He was accused of rape, and he had raped a young girl, and there were damages, and and a garnishment order was issued by a court on a dollar deposit account.
Opening the account, no, and then garnishment also. Kasi
Just
you cannot look into the account, you cannot garnish it without looking kung magkano ba yung laman, di ba?
I am not familiar of
Okay.
with the circumstances of that.
Napaliwanag ko sa inyo yung basis ng salvation case. Yung basis ng decision.
The basis of the salvation case was to execute the judgment of a court, and the garnishment was to provide the family or the child actually with
That was the objective and that was the decision. But what was the basis, the legal basis to allow that? Samantalang yung batas, napakaklaro, hindi pwede.
I'm very sorry, Your Honor, but the
No,
exact legal
yes.
basis I
It's
cannot
okay.
recall.
That's precisely the point. Ang sinabi sa case na yon, in the interest of justice. At sinabi nila, in-interpret ng Supreme Court yung batas, na the makers of the law could not have intended injustice. So in this case, na isang foreigner ni-rape ang isang Pilipina, hindi ba napaka-injustice na hindi mo pwedeng, wouldn't give so much injustice, na hindi mo pwedeng buksan ang account at hindi pwedeng pambayad sa kanya yung dollars na yon, even if the dollar account law, no, that law, said hindi pwede. So in this case, na parang ang mga, if you say, yung mga corrupt sa ating bansa, ay ginagahasa ang Pilipinas, hindi ba injustice na ang impeachment court ay hindi pwedeng buksan ang accounts nila using the same logic the Supreme Court used?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I cannot relate that to that particular
Okay.
case
But
because
that's
in this
completely...
salvation case, Your Honor, there was a judgment made of a court that he is liable for damages because of this.
Yes.
And therefore, a court order was issued to garnish, not to look at the accounts or anything else, but to get the deposits on the account to compensate the victim who had been given a judged compensation by the court. And this particular foreigner was hiding behind, the FCDU law. There was already a conviction, Your Honor. He had been convicted of rape. He had been assessed to be liable for financial damages, and so the court made the ruling that in that particular case, justice had to be served, and his deposit accounts were garnished.
I appreciate your appreciation of the case. What I'm saying is that yan ay dinibate na namin. At nakita namin na yung dahilan ng Supreme Court magbigay ng exemption at hindi sinunod yung batas na yon o gumawa silang exemption, yun din ang dahilan namin. So the next question I'd like to ask you, yung bangko ba na yon na pinayagan niya mag-garnish at binuksan niya yung account, nakasuhan ba yung mga empleyado nila?
Your Honor, I cannot...
Sasagutin ko po para sa inyo. Hindi po You do not know?
I do not recall. I don't
Yes.
know.
Hindi sila nakasuhan dahil korte nag-order sa kanila na ibigay yung detalye nun at payagan na mag-garnish yung amount na yun. Because the Supreme Court made that ruling. In the same manner, do you honestly think if the impeachment court orders you to come out with the details of this dollar account, do you honestly think that any case will fall upon any of your employees, upon yourself or your board of directors?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but you call upon,
Inorderan po kayo ng impeachment court through a subpoena na dalhin ng dokumento at pag-usapan natin yung laman ng dollar account. So, sabi niyo po, ayaw niyo ibigay dahil may batas at baka kasuhan kayo. Do you honestly think that hindi nakakasuhan kayo? Do you honestly think na hindi magandang depensa yung sasabihin yung inorderan kayo ng impeachment court?
I honestly think I will be breaking that law.
No, that's not the question, Your Honor. Your Honor, may I just finish? 1 minute to finish. Sinabi po ni Senator Kiko Pangilinan dito, justifying circumstances. Sinabi niyo, kaya kayo pumunta dahil nalalagay sa alanganin yung mga empleyado nyo dahil pag na-break yung batas na yon, makakasuhan sila. We are saying we interpreted that law with our decision. And we are saying that you can reveal it to the impeachment court. So are you now telling me that you do not believe us, that if you reveal it to us, there will be no criminal case against you?
Your Honor, with all due respect, it's not that I do not believe or have any faith in this court. This faith actually conflicts with my honest belief that the law is very clear. The only exception indicated is by approval or of the depositor. So in that particular case, it is my honest belief I will be breaking the law.
Who interprets the law?
I think,
Mr. Witness, isn't it the courts?
The Supreme Court, Your Honor.
In the case of the Supreme Court, didn't they interpret the salvation to be another exception to the law? Isn't the law very clear? Bawal i-garnish ang dollar accounts?
My personal appreciation of that case is the Supreme Court interpreted the exception to the law only insofar as that particular case is
Yes.
concerned,
So
and no
therefore,
other case.
yes.
As a matter of fact, sir, the Supreme Court, even in that ruling, declared that it upholds the
Yes.
confidentiality of the law and the FCDU law,
Yes.
and said only in this particular
Yes.
case, which is the
Agree
rape case.
100%. But then you agree with me. The law was clear. Yet the Supreme Court said there is another exception. So in this case, we are saying the law is clear, but the impeachment court feels that it is. I'll end the sentence, Mr. President. Ang pinapaabot ko lang po sa inyo, Mr. Witness, is that naintindihan namin kayo. May depositors kayo, yung banking industry. We're not unmindful of that. Hindi impeachment lang ang tinitignan ng mga senador, yung ekonomiya ng ating bansa. Pero binalanse din namin to, no? Imagine the public policy kung hindi bubuksan ng impeachment court yung dollar account. Imagine if Filipinos yung mga corrupt start putting it in dollar account dahil ito hindi pwedeng buksan. Of course, we can amend the law. But anyway, Mr. President, I'm sure that their lawyers are studying all of this. I'll just throw you a last question and won't have any more follow-up questions. Kung sa Monday wala pang TRO ang Supreme Court, dahil in-apply nyo is a injunction, right, with TRO. Kung wala pang TRO sa Monday, and all lawyers will tell you, pag wala kang TRO, you're forced to comply with the court. Kung wala kayong TRO by Monday, will you comply and bring the documents and testify on it?
Your Honor, it is my belief that the FCDU law will be violated, and I will be.
So therefore, will you, if you do not have a TRO on
May I
Monday,
now
will you or will you
request
not?
the gentleman to please finish his